Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to do a AFC championship preview here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a really fun matchup with Mahomes and, Lamar Jackson. Both teams' pass here was the Ravens beating the Houston Texans after getting their first round bye. Played the Houston Texans, balled them out 34-10. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Miami Dolphins 26-7 in their wild card matchup. Beat the Bills, a very impressive win on the road for Mahomes and that Chiefs team to get here to play Baltimore on the road. And I think the Chiefs can upset the Ravens on Championship Sunday. I really do. I just have that feeling Mahomes is going to pull some Mahomes magic. This is a tough game to pick, but, Lamar Jackson, he hopes his time is now. But, he'll have to get past the defending champion. To beat the man, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's what Lamar Jackson has to do against Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. When the Baltimore Ravens host the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2024 AFC Championship game, the Ravens quarterback won the 2019 MVP unanimously, but has yet to taste the ultimate success in the NFL playoffs. On the other side, you have Mahomes, two-time league and Super Bowl MVP, who's made the AFC Championship in 6 straight seasons. And the top-seeded Ravens to get here beat the Texans 34-10 in last week's division round, while the number 3-seeded Chiefs beat Buffalo 27-24 in Buffalo. Sunday's kickoff is 3 p.m. on CBS. The Ravens-Chiefs odds list has Baltimore as a 3-point favorite. The over-under is 44 in this game. Look, the Ravens, they're just such a good team, and I'll explain why. The Ravens, just the combination of the NFL's most opportunistic defense and an offense led by a dual threat, Lamar Jackson, has made the Ravens a tough team to beat. The defense led the NFL in takeaways with 31 and sacks with 60 as a team during the regular season. So Patrick Mahomes gave his work cut out for him in Sunday. The Ravens allow 16.5 points per game. That's the fewest in the NFL. And scored 28.7, which ranks 4th. 3 players have at least 9 sacks, but it's surprisingly led by Justin Madubuike with 13. So they have a really good defense, allow the least points in the NFL with 16.5. 3 players will have at least 9 sacks. They get some really good pressure from their defense, and their secondary is really good as well. They lead the NFL in rushing. Now we get to the offensive side of the football. They average 160.6 yards per game behind Jackson, who ran for 821 yards in the regular season, had 100 last week. The quarterback also threw for 3,670 yards, and rookie receiver Zay Flowers, 858 yards. He's a big play threat. Tight end Mark Andrews, who had 544 yards and scored 6 touchdowns in 10 games after he had the ankle injury, could return Sunday, which is huge for that Ravens offense to get another dynamic weapon back. With offense, you just have so many dynamic weapons, especially around the football. Justice Hill, Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson, and in the receiving game, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. You can use your running backs as well. They just have such a balanced offense. As for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chiefs are well versed in playing at this stage, while the Ravens are making their first conference title game appearance since 2012, I think. Jackson's 4 TDs last week matched his total in his previous 4 playoff games. He had 7 turnovers from those games, so he had 4 total touchdowns in that Texans game. No turnovers, which was huge for Lamar. KC's Patrick Mahomes has won 13 playoff games and has topped 340 passing yards in all 4 showings with Jackson. And just what makes Mahomes so different in the playoffs, he doesn't turn the football over. The last 3 games is why I'm mentioning. He hasn't had a single turnover in the playoffs. In 13 playoff games, and he's 3-1 these many, has won 5 straight playoff games with 10 TD passes and no picks. The 2-time league and Super Bowl MVP threw 2 touchdowns, obviously, last week to Travis Kelce last week. And Tiny has 146 yards in the 2 games. Rookie receiver Rasheed Rice has 177, and Isaiah Pacheco rushed for 97 last week. As KC averaged 6.1 yards per carry, the Chiefs allowed 17.3 points per game in the regular season, second fewest in the league. So we get a battle of 2 elite defenses here in the AFC Championship, the first and second teams in defense and scoring defense. I think really the key for the Kansas City Chiefs, if their offensive line can hold up good and give Patrick Mahomes enough time, I think you'll be able to find some open receivers with Travis Kelce, Rasheed Rice, MVS maybe. You can get you have to get that run game going with Isaiah Pacheco as well. They gotta protect Mahomes, and they have to really be able to stop the run. They struggled against the first half in the Bills. Second half they come on strong. Now they actually have to do it for a full game because this Ravens team is so balanced running the football. But you gotta watch out for Lamar's arm as well. So many dynamic playmakers, and you gotta keep Lamar from making that big run. He can still make a big run, so they gotta. Both defenses have to stop the opposing quarterback from making big plays. I think this game will come down to whoever makes the big plays defensively, offensively and defensively, because both these defenses are really good. I think it just comes down to whoever makes the big plays. I think it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Baltimore Ravens on the road and advance to the Super Bowl. I know some people will hate it, but people hate when teams are good. It's just, that's how it is in sports. But I think the Chiefs are going to advance. I think Mahomes is going to outplay Lamar. I think they'll just make just a few more plays than the Baltimore Ravens. But I still think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say 27 or 24-20 or 24-21. Chiefs win by 3. But I think it's going to be a close game because both these defenses are really, really good. But in two elite quarterbacks, this is going to be a great play. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. So leave your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Next month, like. Peace.